Hi everyone, I'm Ahmed Mourad. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Astra Tech holding company. When we look at it from Astra Tech's perspective, we're looking at building the first AI native financial service provider to the underserved community. So basically that is where our focus mostly is surrounded across the blue collars, the underbanked segments, the SME companies that are currently struggling within the existing ecosystem of catering to their payment requirements or financial services, or basically even the lending requirements, so to speak. So that is our mandate that we're operating within right now. We're super solid. Basically, we're committed to it. And that's currently on the backbone of every and each new innovation or product that we're introducing to the market. Okay, so when we look at it, I'll take this across actually three folds. One is our huge user base that we have. So when we look at Astra Tech with the subsidiaries of companies, namely here bottom, we have 150 million users that have been subscribed to our platform. And when we look at it, even when it comes to the UAE, which is one of our key markets, we have 8.5 million active users on monthly basis, which again provides us with full access. We're helping the users to engage with the loved ones back home. So that makes it at least an easier point of entry, a lower cost of acquisition in order to be able to attract the users. So what we're focusing on right now is educating them on all of the financial services and optionalities that we can introduce to them. We're embedding all of the financial propositions within the bottom app. And we're currently also refining the whole experience to them across the platform in order to make it more seamless. This is when we're looking at the retail side of things. Also, when it comes to the SME side of things, we are an acquirer under our pay-by company. So basically, it's a licensed entity by the central bank, where we are serving as a we're a full acquirer to our users. That is where we're also complementing our offerings, not just from the payment side of things, but also when it comes to the SME lending propositions that we are currently studying on. So I think that is where we're building a full ecosystem, and that is where we're introducing something new to the whole market when it comes. We're no longer just talking about a single product, rather than introducing full ecosystems to the whole entities, starting off from the businesses where we are catering to their payment solutions, providing them with the financial services. A big part of it is WPS, which is basically our payroll. That enables the underserved, again, segment back into our users' ecosystem. And that is where we are introducing them with the full suite of financial products. So we look at it across multiple folds. One is when it comes to the ways of work that we're operating with them. So we're working with an agile mind. So basically we're separating the teams into different business unit verticals where they're fully owning the products. They're fully owning the products when it comes to the design, into the user understanding, and then identifying what are the requirements or what are the needs that are missing and how can we further fulfill them. However, in order to do that in a much more effective manner, that is where we're referring back to AI and the introduction of AI within our frameworks, when it comes to our tools, when it comes to our ways of, again, communicating in order to push for efficiencies as much as possible and enhance on the optimization and productivity of our team members. That is where we're approaching it. When we're approaching any potential target for acquisition, we just need to make sure that also our DNA basically are in the same direction when it comes to the offerings, when it comes to the nature of products that we're introducing to the market. But then once we are concluding with the integration, that is where it comes to the business unit structure that helps on this significantly, where we're still keeping the teams maintaining their own DNA when it comes to the way of operating and when it comes to the way of catering to the opportunities that we have at hand. However, we are still operating within the single framework of Astra Tech. So a bit of change management protocols that are being deployed every now and then in order to get them infused and breaking down the silos, but we are not into a rush of doing that day one in order not to break the system, but rather they're easing them into the Astra Tech ecosystem. The reason this is extremely important is basically everything right now is as the general statement of moving things from local to global. Why local is very important is basically to be able to understand and to cater and to provide a bespoke offerings to our users, because it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Okay.
You can have it a one-size-fits-all when it comes to the technologies. However, the way we are interpreting this into a product that basically caters to the requirements of the local market, it needs to be basically driven from the local market understanding. So that is always like, let's not always seek a one-size-fits-all rather than adaptation and going into the bespoke offerings in the market. I think when it comes to the Dubai Fintech Summit, it's a great forum basically where we can always connect and network with the other players in the market in order to understand what are the different offerings that are out there, whom can we partner up with, whom can we extend our offerings to. So it's a great platform where we are going to basically map out the whole ecosystem, we map out the whole landscape, and that is where we can also identify what are the gaps that we can be working on when it comes to future products that we introduce to the market.